everyone. Welcome to This Day, and I'll tell you about the weather in just a moment. A little bit warmer this week, but still some clouds out there, the morning marine layer. On our show today from 7-Day Dental, we have Dr. Christine Chung and Chuck Lee. They're going to talk about teeth whitening and is it something you should get or look into? I can tell you all about that. We're also going to bring you a segment from RadNet and Francine Brokow. She does our Beyond the Red Carpet show. And she stopped by on Friday. We did a segment and talking about these new line of merchandise from shopdisney.com in the Disney stores. It's really kind of neat. There's a message behind each one of these things. Now, as far as meetings go today, there is only one at 1:30, the Garden Villa Rec Room meeting, and that will be in the boardroom. Now let's get to the weather. And overall, we're going to be maybe 2 to 4 degrees warmer this week than we were last week. We still got that morning fog out there. Today it's going to be partly cloudy most of the day. Maybe once we get to the late afternoon, it's going to be a lot clearer. And then as we go forward, basically every day you're going to pretty much see the marine layer, and then it's going to dissipate and sunny skies. But everything is up by anywhere from 2, 3, 4 degrees or so. Pretty darn nice week. Not much changes. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s throughout the week. It just depends how much fog that we get each morning. Around Orange County today, the same thing. Just everything is up by, compared to last Monday, everything is up by probably about 3 to 4 degrees. So really nice weather. Lake Arrowhead up there is going to be beautiful at about 69 degrees. Palm Springs approaching that 100-degree mark. So nice week going ahead. Go out and enjoy it, as I've been saying. It's not too long, believe it or not. We're in the month of June before all the art festivals begin down in Laguna. So you got another few weeks to enjoy that to yourself and nice evenings to do it. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
Diane's Hallmark is a family-owned Gold Crown store that is much more than just a card store. Our women's department has apparel, accessories, and jewelry featuring Vera Bradley and Bagalini handbags. Our religious department carries many different Christian books and Bibles, plus a great selection of Christian gifts. Of course, we have a large selection of cards and gift wrap as well. Come in and experience our personalized service.
The Red Sox are 1 out away. And the Dodgers are down to their final strike. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series. And the best team in baseball wins it all.
Joining us. Today I have Dr. Patrick Allure, and we're going to be talking about pancreatic cancer. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
What are the signs of pancreatic cancer?
So pancreatic cancer, unfortunately, has very nonspecific signs, meaning the symptoms that pancreatic cancer causes could be caused by a number of things. So abdominal pain, you could probably think of a lot of things that could cause abdominal pain, but that's one of the main symptoms of pancreatic cancer. Back pain, nausea, blood clots, jaundice. Jaundice is yellowing of the skin or eyes. Some of these are pretty specific, but most of them, and most of the time, they are very nonspecific.
And at what point does a patient need to call their doctor?
If a patient is experiencing any of those symptoms, they really should seek medical attention, especially if, say, abdominal pain is lasting more than a few hours.
If you're having abdominal pain, I would think that maybe I have something wrong with my, something on the side or some different kind of thing.
Right, and you're probably correct. If you have abdominal pain, it's probably not pancreatic cancer, but if you have something like jaundice and abdominal pain or nausea and blood clots, then putting it all together, the patient should get a study, a CT scan or an MRI of their abdomen, and the doctor reading the CT or MRI needs to be aware that they need to look at the pancreas as well.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it sounds like it has to be a combination of the things.
Correct.
Okay. What are the risk factors for the development of pancreatic cancer?
So the risk factors are include smoking, heavy alcohol use, obesity, also family history and genetic factors. Those are the most common. There are some occupational exposures, but they're very rare chemical exposures.
Okay. And then is exercise or lack thereof also a factor?
Well, being overweight does increase your risk. So if you're not exercising, I suppose you might be overweight, then I guess lack of exercise would increase your risk.
Okay, all right. And then you mentioned earlier CT scan or an MRI. So are those the two types of tests that can be used?
Those would be the best types of tests to use in a patient if you're suspecting pancreatic cancer. And again, if you have some symptoms and maybe a family history, you'd want to get an MRI or CT with contrast, utilizing a pancreatic special protocol to look at the pancreas and evaluate for lesions which might be cancer. You wouldn't want to get an ultrasound, for instance, because an ultrasound might not look at the entire pancreas. It could only see parts of the pancreas, and of course you need to see all of it to say whether there's cancer there or not.
Okay. Now, is the contrast, is that what do you have to drink? Is that something that's injected?
Right. So in this case, the contrast is something that's injected into your veins and can be thought of as an image enhancer, or some patients call it a dye, even though it's not a dye.
What is it made up of?
Well, it's made up of particles that cause certain lesions in the scan to stand out more than your background organs.
Okay, so kind of like a highlighter.
Kind of like a highlighter. That's a perfect way to think about it.
All right.
Yep.
And then what is done if the CT or MRI finds something suspicious for pancreatic cancer?
So if something suspicious is found, usually a patient goes right for biopsy to get a piece of the tissue to say if it is cancer, and if it is, what type of cancer is it. Sometimes the CT scan is so suspicious and it might show evidence of metastatic disease or spread of the tumor to other parts of the body, in which case before they do a biopsy they might want to do whole body imaging. So that could be with a CT scan of the chest, abdomen, and pelvis, or a PET CT, which is whole body imaging, utilizing nuclear medicine and CT together.
Is there a specific type of radiologist that would have to read these?
Well, usually a radiologist such as myself, a body imager with some expertise in cancer imaging would be the doctor to read those.
And that's not the first person that we meet when we have our image done, right?
Well, the first person you meet is usually the technologist who takes the images, and then the technologist sends those images to the radiologist for interpretation, and you may, as a patient, never meet the radiologist.
Oh, really?
Right.
Do they work in the same facility of where the image is done or not?
Sometimes they're in the same facility, but a different room, and sometimes they may be further in another center. The more subspecialized or the more special type of radiologist you have, the more of a chance that that doctor is working somewhere else and not at the facility that you're scanned.
Okay. And then in regards to pancreatic cancer, how should somebody find out about it?
Well, usually the radiologist reads the CT or MRI, they create a report, and the report is sent to your ordering doctor, your family doctor, your internal medicine person, your gastroenterologist, and they should sit with you and go over the report with you and tell you if you have this diagnosis and what the next steps in treatment are.
Okay, and then if somebody is it like a history type of thing? If it's in your family, should you be concerned that you can get it?
Yeah, if you have a high family history of pancreatic cancer and you have some long-standing symptoms like back pain, abdominal pain, you should definitely speak to your doctor about your concerns.
Okay, great. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us?
Not about pancreatic cancer.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much for the time.
Sure.
And remember, if you'd like additional information about what we've just discussed, please visit radnet.com.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back. I'm Kiana Lee. Today we're talking with Dr. Christine Chung of 7 Day Dental. Today's topic is bad breath. Doctor, what do we need to know about bad breath? Mom.
Oh, sorry. Bad breath is caused by poor oral hygiene, which eventually leads to dental, gum disease, and decay. It's an easy fix.
Thank you, doctor. So don't wait, people. Come on in and get your 7-day dental smile.
And welcome back. With me right now are Drs. Christine Chung and Dr. Chuck Lee with 7-Day Dental, and great to have you here.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
morning.
Yeah, it's nice that you are here. You're here a little bit later this time around because of Memorial Day, and that would have been the normal Monday, but you're here now, and we're primarily going to talk about today the teeth whitening kits and in-office bleaching of your teeth. And first of all, let's talk about who is this can be for, because you know people hear about this at different ages thinking I don't need that, or is it bad for my teeth? And so let's kind of go through all that.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us again. So the summer is coming and everyone is exciting to have their, a big smile. The most common question when we see patients coming into our office is like, can my teeth be whitened? And you know what? Everybody is a candidate for teeth whitening. But the minimum age we recommend is 16 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, and then after that, there's no age limits. It's not like, oh, I'm too old for that. I don't want to go through that process.
Right.
But it's a very easy process. And right now, we have a promotion going on. Either you wanted to do in-office bleaching or
Okay.
a take-home kit. And I will have Dr. Chuck Lee demonstrate that right here, right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So the in-office teeth whitening is about an hour. It takes about an hour. There's about 15 minutes to prepare the patient.
Okay.
And so it's called Zoom. So Zoom's been around for at least 10, 15, 20 years. That is the in-office. And then, so your teeth will whiten the most in 1 hour.
Okay.
And then the take-home works just as good as the 1 hour. However, it takes a little longer. So you'll have to do it for a few days before you see great results.
Okay. All right.
So our kit is the 7-Day Dental Kit. I'll open it so you can see. This one has not been opened. It has a gadget that not only vibrates and has a light. So the light activate the whitening chemicals. And also it vibrates, so you can imagine somebody, it's scrubbing on your teeth, so it's removing.
Okay.
So teeth whitening, a lot of people that have never done it think, oh my God, is it gonna damage my teeth?
Right.
And it doesn't do any of that. Teeth whitening has been around for at least 50 years.
Okay.
And people used to use peroxide
That's
to
right.
whiten their
Yes.
teeth.
Yeah.
And so now this is made out of 35% carbonate peroxide.
Okay.
And it's a very high dosage, but the chemist that designed this, the coolest thing is zero sensitivity.
Okay.
And this is why you could do it every day, 10 to 20 minutes. So I would say there are a lot of people that have done teeth whitening and they had a bad taste in that they feel like, afterwards it's sensitive for a day or two.
Okay.
It's a transient, it goes away. However, with this kit, there's zero sensitivity. And we've been doing this, selling this kit for the last 3 years, and we have yet to have one patient complain about that. So let me show you how we do it. So this is the syringe that has the teeth whitening solution. And what we do is you put it on to this area here.
Okay.
And
just squeezes on
it's
there.
rigid, and then after you put on the top and the bottom, you put in your mouth.
Okay.
You can do this while driving or watching TV right at home.
So it vibrates.
Right.
So it vibrates, and you could just imagine it's It's scrubbing your teeth.
Yeah, is it like what they call ultrasonic? Is it something like that?
No,
or just...
it's not that much. It's very light.
Okay.
And I have a lot of patients that want to whiten their teeth, but as we age, one of the things is our gum recede. So as our gum recede, we're going to get a little bit more crevice between our teeth.
Right.
And that's an area where we get stain, and it's very hard to clean those kind of stain in between the teeth or behind the teeth due to smoking, drinking coffee, and red wine. So with this, you're able to do it like that.
Okay.
And so what I do for me, because I have my gum has receded, I put it in between my teeth as well at the gum line, and it'll whiten that area. It's just really hard for my hygienist to clean my teeth and polish that area. So I just use this every day, and it does just as good. So a lot of people now, they don't want to cut off the coffee and the red wine. They want to enjoy life.
Right.
So with this everyday teeth whitening that you're able to do because of zero sensitivity, you can do it every day, and you can maintain that white 7-day dental smile.
How long do you, or I should say how often you have the kit, do you need to do it, or that just depends on the individual, like every once a week, every 2 weeks, it just depends?
So, great question. What I tell patients is do it for the first week, 10 to 20 minutes. Once you get to the shade that you like, some people don't want to have too white, like Hollywood white. Then they do it for maybe 3 or 4 days. And then when you have to go to a wedding or a birthday party where you want to just dazzle everybody, and put it on for 10 to 20 minutes. And it just gets you right back to where you want to be. Another question that I've had a lot of people ask me is, okay, so is it like working out and then after that, or diet and then you don't diet and then you gain the weight back?
Yeah.
Well, teeth whitening, if you can imagine, your enamel builds up stain over the years, so it goes dark to this point, to very dark. And what teeth whitening will do is it will whiten at least 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 shades, depending on the person.
Okay.
Then to get to that point again, it will take years to get that point. However, as you know, let's say you lose 20 pounds and you just gain 2 pounds. You're like, oh my God, I'm gaining too much weight again.
Yeah.
So what I recommend is once the patient's teeth are the ideal color they like, just do it every week, 10 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
But if you want your teeth to be really, really white and pretty all the time, then just do it every day, 10 minutes.
Okay. And it's perfectly safe.
Yes, it's safe. And so after they buy that kit, they can come back and buy a refill kit.
Okay.
Right.
Refill only has the 4 syringes. And the only thing is you just have to change the battery.
Okay.
And so it's easy, no sensitivity, and it gives you great results in such a quick time.
On the syringes there, is it one syringe per application, or you use just part of it, or or it just depends?
Well,
Now, this is a lot. This is like what?
for
maybe
3 visits.
4?
Okay.
3 to
3 to
4.
4
It
applications.
depends on.
Okay. Yeah, because it looked like there's a lot in there, and I was wondering if that would be okay.
Yeah, you don't want to overfill the trays because then you have a lot of excess.
Right.
And you have to spit out, and you're wasting the solution.
Let me ask you before I forget. After you use this, you've got the stuff on there. How do you clean this? Do you rinse it off, or
Yes,
does it
just
pop
rinse
off?
it off with
We
water.
remove this.
You can remove this part.
and rinse
Okay,
and
got
rinse
it.
that out.
Just
Okay.
remove this part
Yeah,
and
it
rinse it off
comes
with
in.
water.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it comes with the.
It comes separately, and then every
Okay.
time you use, after each use, you rinse it off. and
Okay,
you
that's
put it
good
back
to
on.
know.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
don't want to rinse this. You don't want to wet
Right,
this. Because
right.
It's battery operated.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very friendly use, and easy, simple, and you know what? It's very economical, and especially 7-Day Dental is running a promotion.
Okay.
And for our Laguna Woods patients, we do give 20% across every single time you come in. It doesn't have to be now, but the promotion is for the next few months.
Now, you mentioned the in-office whitening. Do you need to do that first, or either or both? It just depends.
For patients who does have very yellow teeth, that they wanted to get white or very effectively, almost immediately, then I would recommend to do in-office bleaching first.
All right.
And then follow up with this as a maintenance procedure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we as Americans want something yesterday. We want an instant gratification. So it's always good for patients that want to have the whitest teeth to do the 1 hour in office and then follow up with this. But for the ones that said, you know what, I don't mind doing it slowly, then you can just get this kit.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Very
you know
good.
what? Not
And
only
20% off. That's great. Yeah.
And I think this is what we do now. We not only use this, we buy it and we gift it to our friends and family. It's a great gift. So come in for yourself or for your friends, for your family. And how exciting if you say, oh, here, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Today, use this kit to have a wider and brighter smile.
All right, very good. And your hours over at your location over here and right across in the, what's it called? Oak Tree Center. I always forget the name. Oak Tree Center.
Willow Tree.
Willow Tree. I knew it was a tree. I always forget the name. What are your hours over there?
We are open from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
And every other Saturday.
Okay.
But we are always on call, so in case you need an emergency, we're there for you.
Okay. Very good. Thank you both for coming on. The information is on the screen, and if you'd like to schedule an appointment, maybe you just want to go over and check this out, they can help you out with that.
Yes.
All right. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Take care, and we'll be right back.
At Freedom Village Assisted Living, we provide loving care and support when your loved one needs it most. We believe in laughing more and caring more. Dining will be an experience, not just a meal. We offer opportunities to create new memories. Your family will feel like they are part of our family as we work toward creating an extraordinary difference in lives worth living. To schedule a tour and complimentary lunch and for more information, please call us at 949-340-8108 or visit our website, freedomvillage.org.
You want me to help put you in the State Attorney General's office?
I do.
There's something that I need in return.
Name it.
Taylor Mason. I want them in a cell.
Take them out.
Yes, I do.
Get with it, people. Have fun storming the castle.
New episodes, only on Showtime.
And Francine Brokaw is with me right now, and if you have the opportunity to watch your show Beyond the Red Carpet, we show that on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Also, we show it on the weekends as well. And I'm happy to be with her today because she, like me, we're fellow Disney fans.
We are Disney geeks.
Yes. And we're going to talk about these products that you brought to us in just a moment, but you had the opportunity to go into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Yes.
You went on a press day, and tell me about that.
This place is amazing. I mean, it is, you walk through the threshold where you can access it from 3 different parts of the park. But it's 14 acres, you walk through the threshold and you are literally in another galaxy. I mean, literally in quotes. But it's really, it's a like nothing they've done before at Disneyland. They have really outdone themselves.
Well, it's something that, depending on the time that we air this, I'm going June 14th. Mm-hmm. So I'll be telling folks about that as well. And well, I'm looking forward to it. It's, first of all, it's rare that you get to go into a brand new land. The last one was, of course, Cars Land, out here anyway. But even rarer still when it's this size and level of detail and the history behind it.
Yeah, for over 3 decades, Star Wars have been part of our lives. So
amazing.
Now we can go into Star Wars.
Yeah, can't wait for it.
Okay.
All right, so this is a new line that is on Shop Disney.
ShopDisney.com.
Very something that's different. Yes, they've done dozens and dozens of plush over the years, but these have messages with them.
They do, and it's called the Disney Wisdom Collection. And every month they come out with a new quote on a Disney character, or with a Disney character, and they're very inspirational. As you can tell, Piglet here says, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
I like that.
So these are like greeting cards, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you can use them as a greeting card, or a lot of people just keep them. I know people have purchased each one, and then when the time comes that they need to cheer somebody up or give a boost to somebody, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, and I know we were talking beforehand with all things Disney. There are ones that came out earlier this year, and they're out, they're sold out. People might have them on eBay, but that's all things Disney, it seems. And these are limited
each month.
Each
month, and they really do sell out quickly. I couldn't even get some of the items from the past. You have to go onto eBay to get them, but I think when the first, well, actually they come out towards the middle, towards the end of the month. That's when people should go on shopdisney.com and look at the product offering for the month.
Yeah, and this is Baloo is March, and his saying is forget about your worries and your strife, and that one, unfortunately, it's sold out because that's just a classic Disney saying.
Of course, and we all, every time you look at him, you can't help but sing the song that it comes from.
You're right, and April is a Piglet.
And coming up in May is, well, actually May's out now, and it's almost sold out. Almost sold out. You could still find a few of them. Miko, the Pocahontas. And he's so cute, and he says, sometimes the right path is not the easiest one.
Yeah. And then afterwards is Lemire, and you don't have time to be timid, you must be bold and daring.
Yes, I mean, they're just so inspirational. July, always let your conscience be your guide, from the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio.
And you know, all these sayings are real sayings that have been done by Disney characters over the years.
Yes, and to combine them with the actual characters, or not specifically the character, but somebody from that film, makes it all that more meaningful.
Yeah, there's in August, there's Thumper from Bambi. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. We all know that one.
I can't wait to see that one. I haven't been able, they keep them all a secret until they actually release them. So I'm looking forward to that.
That is going to be a good one. That one will really go fast. Yeah.
That'll go.
Now, you were telling me along with that, they have these other products that go with it. Do these change each month, like a different color, or these stay consistent?
No, they're different color. They match. Like the Piglet one would be pink.
Okay.
And
this is Miko right now. That's why it's blue.
They're all blue, and they come just blank journals, so you can write your own in. And I think girls especially would like to use this as their diaries.
Yeah, and then the pin set here. Again, this one is Miko, and the saying is, there's a saying here as well.
The same, yes. They follow that through everything. They have T-shirts, and what I really like is the mug, and I've never been able to get one because they're always sold out so quickly. But the mugs are just, you know, to start your day with a mug like that with a cup of coffee in it.
I love the T-shirts. Are they selling out as well?
There are some T-shirts from the past that are still available, but I think
the Baloo one would be great.
The Baloo would be fabulous. I think starting your day with a different one of these every day it would be so cool. Now, even
obviously, you know, they sell out quickly, but because right now they come out each month, they're limited to begin with.
Yes, they are.
What came out in January would be naturally sold out anyway by now, I would think. You know, there might be one or two out there somewhere.
Yes.
But in general, because they're limited, they change every month.
They do change once a month, and there are 12 in this series. And as far as Disney knows, or they are telling the press, they haven't confirmed, they can't confirm if they're going to continue the series. So I'm thinking maybe just the 12 to make them very unique.
Yeah, and it's something that really is. So
Yeah.
shopdisney.com and then go on there and look for Disney Wisdom and then see what's available. Yes, some you can get on eBay. They're going to be quite a bit more.
But they're very colorful. And so if you want to make put them on your shelf or table or something, you're going to have a rainbow.
Yeah, yeah, you are. I mean, you can see we're looking at those each month as sort of a different color scheme. And I like all the stuff that you can get with it because you can choose.
You can pick and choose what you want. If there's a specific character that you really like, you might as well get the whole thing. The whole series.
Yeah, very good. I bet you have, right, if you get the opportunity.
I have not been able to get a month. They sell out so quickly. So you have to watch the website very.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I really thank you bringing these on. I know you always on your show be on the red carpet. You often have things that's many different things. You've interviewed some great people from different shows, but also quite often you'll have a little tidbit from Disney or something going on with them.
Well, you and we're Disney people.
Yes.
We have to do Disney.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure. It's enjoyable to be here with you.
And maybe we'll meet one day in Galaxy's Edge when the crowds kind of die down.
The galaxy far, far away.
Yes, or very, very close now.
Yes, right there.
All right, thank you, Francine, and we'll be right back.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me.
Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing we can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
This is how we burger, brew, and cue. Pick a town. Arrive hungry, real hungry. Start with a massive burger. Charred, juicy, add bacon, a buttery bun, piled high. Serve it up, wash it down. Creamy, hoppy, fruity, malty. We're not done yet. Cue time, deep fried, sauce soaked, pork ribs, meaty, tender. I'm full. Where to next?
All new Burgers, Brew, and Q. Tuesday at 9. Cooking Channel. Stay fired up.
Well, welcome back, and I'd like to welcome today a couple new folks that have come on our show for the first time from OC Hospice. We have Lynn Kennedy and John Gutierrez. Welcome, both of you. Great to have you on here today.
Thank you.
And OC Hospice, first kind of tell me why you folks started this company. I don't know who wants to talk about that first.
I'll start that.
Okay.
Well, we wanted to start it because both of us had been working in hospice for quite a number of years. And to me, this is the most vulnerable time of anybody's life. And I believe we should give people as much life as we can towards the end. Quality, always quality. And so John actually called me up and he said, what do you think about starting a hospice? And I got very excited about that because we could do what we really believe is the right thing to do. We could be the best, you know, that sort of thing. And then I just wanted to take care of staff because so often the staff is sort of overlooked. They're the ones, they're the worker bees, but they're the ones that get overlooked.
So, John, what made you think of this? You know, since you both worked in that hospice care to form your own, and what was your mission to kind of make it a little bit different?
Well, basically, we wanted to be able to offer compassion, dignity, respect, really take it to another level. And so for us, at the time, it was something that we just weren't seeing that out there with some of the bigger companies. And as a local company here in Orange County, we thought, at the time, I said, why don't we look into this, Lynn? And so I gave her a call. She was one of my mentors, and so I thought, maybe we can do this. And it was just an idea that bloomed, and here we are 5-6 years later, and you know, we've been blessed, you know, to be in the position we are.
So Lynn, how does this factor into somebody who may need this service? Do you come to them Do they go to you, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, no, we go to them.
Okay.
We hire the nurses, spiritual counselor, social workers, all that.
Okay.
And then we go to people's homes.
Okay.
But we go to wherever somebody calls home.
Mhm.
So if their home is in an assisted living facility, or if
Okay.
their home is in a nursing home, or if their home is actually at home, we go wherever it is that they are.
Okay. And if you go into an assisted living place, you obviously have to coordinate with them and
Yes.
make sure that you can come in and
Yes, we don't want to be thrown out.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to be.
No.
You don't want to be thrown out.
No.
Yeah.
So yes, we do. We
okay.
coordinate with the executive director of
Okay.
that facility.
And John, hospice. Somebody hears that term, and it doesn't always mean that it may be towards the end of their life for them. Sometimes it may not be, but still. For that individual and for family and friends, it's a very hard step to even say that my loved one is now undergoing or is on hospice. And
yeah,
that's
basically, with us, we wanted to focus on what we had already seen with our family members, with our loved ones, what we had been through. And so a lot of people don't know what it's like until you've kind of been through it.
Right.
And so being that we had loved ones in our family, we knew that it was important to be able to provide that heartwarming, soft touch, quality. We're an extension of the family is what I tell people all the time. We're an extension of the family. We don't want to come in and overpower the home. We just want to plug in the areas that they need help in, right?
Right.
And so it's about giving them space, right? And being able to help families in every situation. Every situation is so different, right? Not only does a patient need a lot of help as far as comfort and care and pain management, but also the family needs a lot of support. And we take pride in that. We take pride in making sure of that.
And quality.
Yeah.
We can help somebody have quality of life.
Right.
Because not only are we helping the patient, which of course we are with things like pain or any of the problems you might have physically, but we're helping the family, which means the family are happier. It
Right.
makes a great
Yeah.
deal of difference. In fact, there's proof that people on hospice live longer than
Now-
people who are not on hospice.
That's interesting. I didn't
Yes.
realize that.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, you mentioned helping out in social workers and
Yes.
spiritual needs. Is this something also you take maybe that burden off the family and become sort of a coordinator?
We
and
try.
bring all these, yeah.
We absolutely try, but if the family has their own church or
Right.
whatever, then we will call the minister of that parish or the priest or the monk,
Right.
whoever, to come and visit them. So
Okay.
we do coordinate like that, but we try very hard to make sure that everything that will help them emotionally, spiritually,
Yeah.
all of that is what they need.
And John, this is probably a difficult, obviously it's a difficult time, a difficult decision. At what point does maybe that the individual, if they're cognitive, or the family get to the point of saying, yes, we need hospice versus, we don't, or they're going to be going to the hospital or whatever it might be?
Yeah, it's a tough decision for the family, obviously, when you're going
Yeah.
through that. But like Lynn mentioned earlier, understand that there's a lot of services that we offer and provide, and Medicare pays for it 100%.
Oh, it does?
Oh, yes,
Okay.
100%. And Medicare, Medi-Cal, and a lot of the HMOs cover a percentage of it. So
Okay.
a lot of people don't realize that this is a free service under your Medicare benefit. And I've had families where they've said, oh, I'm paying all this for a hospital bed. I had to buy a wheelchair, a walker, commode.
Medications.
Medications, just a lot of things like that we come in and we do an evaluation.
Yeah.
It's a free evaluation. You call us out, we meet with the family, we explain what hospice is. If they're not ready, it's okay, right? It's just information for them.
Yeah.
But then they start seeing that, wow, I could really benefit from all these services and I could save a lot of money. And so that's where they realize this is something that I didn't realize could really help us so much, not only emotionally, physically for the patient, but also financially. And so we're also helping families understand those services and how
Okay.
they can help them. And so as far as being ready, I would say if you're seeing that your loved one is just declining, right? And that you're constantly going to the hospital,
Right.
Just having pain issues, dealing of course with issues like cancer, Alzheimer's, dementia, right? All these ALS, Parkinson's, these are all diseases under the hospice benefit, right?
Okay.
And so if you have someone that's declining, not maybe getting better, then that is when you can call us, or you can ask your physician as far as, can we have a hospice order for our loved one? And then we send somebody out to do, it's a no pressure, just evaluation. And then at that point, we move forward.
All right. And again, Lynn, you folks, when you come in, it's a very stressful time. You have to be kind of tactful in a way. And I would think it's not something that I could do. So, we appreciate folks like you. But how do the person themselves that is going to be cared for, what is usually their reaction, or is it quite different?
Oftentimes it's fear, because too many people think hospice means that end of life is right now, and they're not going to live long, and that's not valid. So if I have anything I want people to understand is that hospice is life. Mm-hmm. So that's what we try and tell people always. We hope that they'll understand that we're going to enable them to live a better life. Mm-hmm. And we don't want people lying in bed staring at walls. We really want them to do things.
Right. Well, that's a great approach.
Yes. Hospice is at home, so if you think about it, when you're around your loved ones, that's when you're the happiest, right?
Yeah.
In your own home with your loved ones.
Yeah, very, very true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I know you're going to be on again, and a good time for you to come on and just kind of get an overview of what it's all about. And if you think you might benefit from this, it's on the screen right there, 1-800-658-5877, ochospice.com. And then if you want to email them, it's just info@ochospice.com. Lynn, John, thank you very much for coming on. We'll see you again.
Thank you for having
us.
All right, take care.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
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 Thank you, John.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
I'm Under Sheriff Don Barnes with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, and I have some important information that I'd like to share with you. If an emergency vehicle like a police car, fire engine, or ambulance are driving with their lights and siren on, it is responding to an emergency. Our ability to respond safely and quickly depends on you and the actions you take to help us. Remember, the person we're responding to help may be your friend or loved one, and we can't help them if we cannot get there. Here is Deputy Walewa to tell you what you should do when an emergency vehicle is responding to an emergency.
Every minute first responders spend on the road is critical time to a person in need waiting for us to arrive. First and most importantly, when you see emergency vehicle lights or hear sirens approaching behind you, safely and carefully pull over to the right side of the road. Today's vehicles are highly soundproof, so if you have music playing loudly or other distractions in the car, it can be difficult to hear sirens. Drive with minimal distractions and keep music at a volume that will enable you to hear emergency vehicles. Remember, other drivers may not be as aware as you are. Use extreme caution when pulling over. Use your indicator and carefully slow down before coming to a complete stop. Never stop in or block an intersection. After coming to a stop, wait until the emergency vehicle has passed you by at least 300 feet before moving safely back into traffic. All drivers are required by law to pull over for emergency vehicles, and failure to do so may result in a citation. If a patrol vehicle is driving behind you with its lights on, the deputy may be pulling you over for a traffic violation. If the deputy drives past you, he or she is responding to an emergency. If they remain behind you, they are pulling you over. If you determine that you are being pulled over, you can acknowledge the deputy by turning on your turn indicator while proceeding safely to a stop. Listen for instructions that may be given by the deputy to ensure that you're in a place that is safe. Once you have stopped, place your car in park and turn off your engine. Roll down your window completely, keep your seatbelt fastened, and place your hands on the steering wheel in plain view. Wait for the deputy to give you directions before reaching for your license, registration, and insurance. Let the deputy know where you will be reaching to retrieve the documents. By following these steps, you can help to promote your safety and the safety of other motorists and emergency personnel. Thank you for your time and for your continued support.
The Santa Ana Zoo goes beyond animal attractions. They are committed to providing recreation and education while highlighting the message of conservation. I caught up with Lauren Berg, educational specialist, to learn about their education programs. We are in Exploration Outpost, and I've caught up with Lauren, who's going to tell us a little bit about the volunteer and education programs. So, very fun area that we're in, and you said this is where some of our educational programs happen, right?
Yes, this is actually one of the really popular places for our education programs, including our Zoo Explorer. We use a lot of volunteers. We would not be able to do our education programs without our volunteers, and they range in backgrounds, ages, and abilities. Our docent program and our interpreters are the main ones that help us with those programs, and we absolutely love retired teachers and other people who just love kids and animals and want to come share the zoo with that next generation.
So what are some of the requirements as a volunteer?
So we don't have any starting requirements. You don't need to have a background in education or a background with animals. We do all of the training. We just ask for a lot of enthusiasm. And of course, availability while the zoo is open, because most of our programs take place during the regular hours of 10 a.m. until noon, but we also have volunteer opportunities throughout the entire day from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m.
And what are some of the things that they would be doing?
Sure, so the very first requirements for our volunteers is attending an orientation. We have orientations on the first Saturday of even-numbered months, so every other month. And we have volunteers that help with education programs, leading students around the zoo and doing activities. We have volunteers in our farm, helping people interact safely with the goats and the sheep and our other ambassador animals. We even have volunteers that help out our animal services staff if they're looking for something more physical.
And if somebody wanted to participate as a volunteer, can they just go to your website?
Exactly. All of our information about volunteering is on santaanazoo.org. Under the support tab, they can click on volunteer at the zoo and find all of the information they need.
Okay, perfect. And then, you know, here we have this exploration point here. What are they going to find here?
So here at the Exploration Outpost, you're going to find our reptiles and amphibians. We get a lot of guests that are afraid of snakes, and we have two big, beautiful boa constrictors here at the zoo. And it's a great opportunity for people to kind of face their fears, and also for our volunteers to give some conservation messaging and help people get past those myths and realize that these animals are really important to our environment and have benefits for people as well.
The Santa Ana Zoo is located right off the 5 freeway off 1st Street on Chestnut Avenue in Santa Ana. Very simple to get to. The zoo is open 7 days a week from 10 to 4, closed major holidays. There is a senior rate, 60 years and over, of $9. Wheelchairs and electric scooters are available for rent. For more information, visit their website at www.santaanazoo.org.
If you asked me what I wanted to be when I was a child, I would have told you a princess or an astronaut, maybe even a chef. But things change. I may not have become a princess, but I found someone who treated me like one. I may not have become an astronaut, but I still got to see the world. I may not have become a chef, but you would never leave my house hungry. The Emeritus Institute has kept my love of learning alive. Every day is a new adventure, and the Emeritus classes have made it possible to keep living out my dreams. Sign up today and begin your life's next adventure.
And our movie today is Aquaman. This is from the DC universe. So if you're, that would be Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. And so Aquaman is part of them as well. And this came out last year. And once home to the most advanced civilization on Earth, the city of Atlantis is now an underwater kingdom ruled by the power-hungry King Orm. With a vast army at his disposal, Orm plans to conquer the remaining oceanic people and then the surface world. Standing in his way is Aquaman, a half-human, half-Atlantean brother and true heir to the throne. With help from their royal consular, Aquaman must retrieve the legendary trident of Alton and embrace his destiny as protector of the deep. So good movie. If you like superhero movies and the whole DC universe, you will enjoy this. I know there'll be another film coming out, and when they do their Justice League movies and all, he's a part of those as well. So that will be today at 2 o'clock and at 6 p.m. Then our Friday movie is called Glass. And this is a movie that kind of dovetails into other movies as well. It's about a security guard. David Dunn uses his supernatural abilities to track Kevin Wendell Crumb, a disturbed man who has 24 personalities. And this stars Bruce Willis, Samuel Jackson, and James McAvoy. And it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan, who's done many, many movies. Well, some of those movies that he has done are Unbreakable. You probably remember that, the Bruce Willis movie, and also a movie called Split. So this one kind of serves as the final installment in the Unbreakable trilogy. So they're kind of separate movies, but this brings all of those movies together in this very interesting film. So that will be on Friday at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. Glass came out earlier this year, so we bring that to you. And M. Night Shyamalan, he's done many, many great movies. Usually he appears in the film, so we'll see if he's in, I don't know if he's in this one or not, but he's done a lot of really good movies over the years. They always have a lot of backstory to them, as this one obviously does. All right, a couple events I want to tell you about that are coming up. One is tomorrow, Tuesday, June 4th at 7 o'clock, and that will be Concerned Citizens at Clubhouse 7 at 7 p.m. And their guest speaker, the topic is going to be called Americanism. So if you'd like to go to that, just show up at 6:30, and the event will start at 7 o'clock. Then the Taste of Laguna Woods is happening a few days later on June 8th. That is Saturday. And if you want to try out just over a dozen different restaurants, the cost is $10, $15, or $20. You basically buy tickets, and then each booth costs you 1 or 2 tickets to go try these different kinds of foods. There's a lot that's going to be there. This is put on by the Laguna Woods professionals. So again, this Saturday, Clubhouse 7 as well, from noon until 2 p.m. And if you'd like to go, you can buy tickets in advance or at the door. So that should be a lot of fun. So there you go. All right, let me tell you about the weather. And this week, similar to last week, in fact, with the morning clouds out there, we're now in June gloom mode instead of May gray. And the difference is we should be a little bit warmer this week overall. So a little bit stronger morning clouds and partly cloudy today. We should see that clearing up but much later in the day. And then some fog each day, and you can see the temperatures are warmer than they were last week, getting up to normal temperatures. We should be around 75, 76 degrees. So we're just about there on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, so a bit warmer. Around Orange County today, the same thing. Everything is up compared to last week by a bit, especially out there in Palm Springs. They're 98 degrees, so they're getting up there now. Lake Arrowhead, 69, so warm up there. And everywhere else, just really pleasant weather. And as I've been saying, enjoy the beach community, especially Laguna right now, because all those festivals are coming back. In fact, if you go online, all the information is there for the Pageant of the Masters, which starts up, I believe it's July 6th or 7th. It's right around then. That starts up, or somewhere right in that week. And also the Sawdust Festival starts up around that time as well. I think usually that starts up a few days ahead of time. You can check that all out. We're going to try and get people on as we've done in the past. So all those festivals start, which means the parking down there gets more expensive and gets really tight. So go down there now and enjoy the coast, enjoy Laguna, and enjoy the nice weather that we're having. All right, you take care. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.